Alrighty, welcome back to my channel everybody, and for those of you who are new, my name is Darren, and there isn't really much more to say other than that. Because if life is so perfect in this moment and you're already creating because you exist, what else is there to learn? And the thing is, we're always jumping in for more information, aren't we? We're like, I want some more information. I want to get that. I want to learn this. I want to figure this thing out. And we're absorbing ourselves with all this information, but we've forgotten to actually then create. And that's what this video is about. This video is about remembering how to jump back onto the bandwagon so we can start creating again. Maybe you can relate to that. You've had periods of your life where you've created and you've flowed and you've made things happen and things are so alive and so full, and then you've had a little bit of a downturn and you've gone a little bit more inwards and a bit more reclusive, and you've hidden yourself out in the woods, or you've locked your doors, or you've tried to keep your energy to yourself, or whatever other words we want to put on that the moments where we go inwards. I'd say for me, I've just spent the last 2 years out in the jungle, 30 minutes north of Ubud, in the sticks by myself with just a few friends close by, but that's really been it. And I've really given myself space to be still and inwards. And yet at the same time, I feel in the field, so many of us right now are being called back into action. As we come to the end of 2025, we close up this most powerful, pivotal, transformational year, and now we're about to begin a 1 year in 2026, the beginning year. This is a 9-year. So the beginning year is beginning next year. And so for me, I feel called back to action, and that has happened in me moving house, and those of you who've been tracking my story over the last 6 months, with the architect and the like, and watching me as if I'm just in my living room hanging out, right? As I am right now, just in my new living room hanging out. Then here we are. Here we are in the deliciousness of life, wanting to create again. There's one particular question I want to explore here, which is, when I'm ready, I'll create. When I'm ready, I'll create. Oh, just a little bit more time. I just need to perfect myself a little bit more. I just need to get a little bit better at that. Oh, I just need to clean or cleanse this part of my being just a little bit more. Oh, my ancestry just needs a little bit of clearing up before I'm allowed to go forward with my life. You know what I mean? What I'm pointing to here? The part of us that delays. And this delay can often happen because our nervous system maybe feels as if it's still trying to protect us because of old patterns. Being ready and analyzing if we're ready or not in order to create, analyzing if we're ready or not in order to move forward, is itself just a conversation between our mind, our nervous system, and this kind of protection mechanism that we have in our system that is just making sure that we don't replay a story from our childhood where we might have got hurt or exposed ourselves or revealed a part of ourselves, or we were vulnerable and someone took advantage of us, or whatever words we want to put on this. But as we grow older and more beautiful and wiser, it's possible to realize that the stories, the old stories that our nervous system is playing out, our mind is playing out, might just be that, hold on, it's just an echo, as the architect might say, reverberation of the past, which might no longer be true anymore. There's been many times in client sessions where I've asked a client whether they feel safe in this moment. Look around the house, and just observe, do you feel safe right now as you look around the house? Right? And half the time they come back and say no, they're just not safe. There's things in the home that reminds them of a particular energy, or there's an energy in the space that has caused so much suffering unconsciously to them for so long that they're starting to realize that they're just not safe as they are. Now, I'm sharing this as an example of one of the reasons why we might pretend we're not ready to create, or why we might be waiting to create, right? Because creation really is all that you're here to be. You are already the creator, you're already creating. You can't not but create by just walking down the street and leaving your footprints on the earth. So you're already creating. And it's a case of allowing the dreams of the creation that's in your third eye right now as we speak about your dreams. And being curious as to why that is not coming into fruition right now. So we want to create. And we are already creating. And yet at the same time, there's different expressions of that creation at different stages of our life. It might be that early on in our life that we are creating ourselves. We are creating the body, we're creating the energetic makeup, we're creating the mind stuff, we're creating our mannerisms and reality, we're creating and crafting the self. But over time, right, then naturally it becomes apparent that the creation finds its way flowing through us into the world more and more and more and more and more. So the creation of the self that moves into the crafting, the creation, and the gifting and the flowering of the being. And so if you feel as if you're waiting right now, which maybe there's a part of you that is curious about that aspect of yourself because you clicked on this video, then what are you waiting for? It might just be that the part of you preparing is just a part of you that's a little bit scared of just going for it. And then all the practicalities comes in, doesn't it? All the practicalities and all the words and the organization, and we need to manage this and we need to manage this, and I need to make sure that this belief is in place, and then this portfolio of things, and then this stuff is looked after. And very organized, yes. We have to become this robot again of material management, when really all we are is spirit hurtling through the invisible field. And yet at the same time, yes, do your practical, grounded, daily sadhana. Do your way. Do your practice in order to be here. That's important too, because we don't want to be off with the fairies. We can't change much when we're floating around like fairies. And for those of us who are likely watching this, and mostly in my community, are people that feel strong in their heart that they're here to offer something, to give something, to be part of the transition, to be part of birthing a new world, a new earth, a new age, being part of the team that's moving us from the old world to the new world. So my point here is you're not supposed to be ready. That's what I'm getting to, is you're not supposed to be ready. There's no readiness to get to. Exactly as you are is perfect. There is no readiness to get to. Repeat that after me. There is no readiness to get to. You are already ready. You are already ready. You are all the ready. You are all it, ready and now. So can we remove the need to be ready to do the next thing on the path towards the thing? And it's okay, we're not going to be at the thing right now, because whatever that thing is just a fabrication of the mind. There is just the next step towards the thing. And what's the one small step that you could do today towards the thing? What could that thing be? It could be just having that one conversation with that person that you know you want to speak to in order to clear that thing, in order to allow you to say yes to this new thing. It could be you need to go down to that shop, that cafe, that restaurant, that bar, that place, that mall, in order to buy that one device or that object or that something that's going to open up a potentiality in your life that's going to take you on a particular journey or direction. It could be just pressing that button that says start a new YouTube channel. Whatever it is for you, everybody's on different journeys, and that's beautiful. That's why we're here to be so uniquely ourselves. And yet, deep down, in some way, we are all the same. Our purpose, deep down inside of ourselves, like really deep in our energy and our heart, is just to love and awaken and to bring about light in ourselves and those around us. It's really that simple when I see reality like that. I'm here to just empower and love those around me, including myself, in order to shine. What else is there to do? And then once I've got that one down, it's how do I amplify the shining? Technology is great for amplifying the shining. But we don't have to, because there's a beauty as well in that stillness and that depth of just being with one person or with a group of people. But not playing out old patterns, stepping into your power and leading. So you're not supposed to feel ready. Let go of the idea of needing to feel ready. That's what I want to say here. Let go of the idea of needing to feel ready. Readiness is no longer a prerequisite in order to create. It's no longer needed. Let go of feeling ready and do it anyway. And allow yourself to melt into, dissolve into, fall into that uncomfortable fear that will arrive to the surface as you decide to reveal. That, my friends, is where the magic happens, in the edges where we are uncomfortable. I just had a dear brother of mine just yesterday who I was celebrating recently share me a video of him like rapping at a local open mic here in Uber, and I was so inspired and blessed by this man by watching him as a dear brother doing his edge, experiencing his edge, and he was flowing awesome, so awesomely. I just moved into this new house just last week, and I had a housewarming last Friday, and I invited my community, tribe, friends over, and we had a really beautiful evening of just connection. And I had the opportunity of deepening into a part of me and exposing a part of me with my friends so that I could stabilize a part of my energy field in a group who are all looking at me, intensely looking at me. And there's a beauty in that when you're around friends, to play with the self, to discover new levels of safety in the being, so that one can fully be here in all its magic, So join me, if you will, in just following along to this short exercise and this short practice. If you'd like to join me, I encourage you to close your eyes, and I'll do the same. In the context of readying ourselves, in the web of life that's maybe somewhere in our field holding us back, and we must be ready. I'm waiting to be ready. Or I know what it is to be ready. I want to wait till I'm ready. What are we getting ready for? What are you preparing yourself for? What are you readying yourself for? And what is that picture that you're creating? What is that picture? Maybe it's a picture, maybe it's like a sentence of who you are becoming, maybe it's a knowingness of a place or a person or an archetype, or maybe it's an actual creation and reality. It's a creation grounded on the earth. What are you readying yourself for? And as you allow yourself to notice the readiness, notice the vision, and your path towards it, what is it that you could do literally today? If it's the morning time, today. If it's the evening time you're watching this, tomorrow, let's say. But within the next 24 hours, what is it that you could do on your path towards that thing? That shift, that transition, that beauty, that movement. Yeah. Have you got it? And if you've got it, write it in the comments below. If you write it in the comment section below, it will be read, it will be acknowledged. And that is you writing down, claiming what you've decided to take action on over the next 24 hours. This to me is how the transformation and change happens in our life. Empowerment. Supporting those around us to feel empowered, to see what they want, they need, and then going to get it. And often it just means breaking it down into smaller chunks so we can move in the right direction. Move in the direction of where our heart is taking us. Move in the direction that love wants us to flow. Moving in the direction of power, aligned sovereignty, and service. Please write in the comments below. What is it that you're going to be doing over the next 24 hours? You could even come back to the video and write again if you want and say, I have done it now. If you do that, I will 100% respond to you and reply in celebration to your achievement. And it could be a very small thing, right? It could be a very small thing. But don't make it a thing that you're already doing. Make it a new thing because you feel inspired from watching this video. Now, honestly, I've had a bit of a break from recording these videos in recent weeks. I've had a lot going on. Closed up a container with a previous coach. I've moved house. My nan passed away. I've had a lot going on this side, and so there's both excitement right now in getting back on and recording videos again, but also an honoring of I needed to drop into myself, make some reconfigurations of my life before I can begin again moving and sharing and offering. And to me, this new video, the first one I've recorded in a while, is part of that. It's, okay, this is my one little step towards getting back in the rhythm of creating and offering here. Even though I have been creating and offering here in Ubud and sharing, there's something about using the amplification of the internet to allow our voice to ripple further into the field. Even with the wildness of AI that seems to be taking off right now, it's like much of my feed is now AI. It's what's going on in this world. Are we going to forget what it's like to notice the wildness and the wackiness of the human experience? I really hope not. I hope we stay excited about watching and witnessing and remembering the quirkiness of the human nature. Because I am curiously optimistic that platforms like YouTube will encourage and emphasize human-to-human connection. And yet at the same time, like on Instagram and TikTok, it's pretty much all AI now. It's nuts. Wild times, my friends. So anyhow, segue, what are you creating? How do you move beyond that idea that you have to be ready now? Did something in this video stand out for you as, yeah, actually, maybe I don't need to be ready. I can just do that thing now. Yeah, what is that landed for you today? And does readiness, in a way, is this readiness that's here, right? Is this readiness you? Or is it other people's expectations of you? Is it other people's opinions about you? Is it other people's, like your family's expectations of you? I can't do it until I do that in order to satisfy mummy or daddy's expectations of me, that kind of stuff. It's always worth exploring the readiness of life and doing it anyway. Sending my love to you from Bali, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.